Alright guys, what's up? This is B-Dog. I'm just gonna go over a recent match in Doubles Grand Finals at a Curtin Smash event. It wasn't actually that recent, but because of the upload rate, this is number 83. I think we ended the year on like 100, so a couple of months ago now. So, so just to give you a bit of background information about me, I'm pretty keen on advancing the doubles meta in Perth and trying to increase the levels of the kind of the doubles teams in Perth. I push for a lot of people to enter teams, and I'm the one who usually runs the doubles bracket at Curtin when I am able to attend, and just try and keep that going. So I play these guys quite a lot with my partner Elise. So Quetz and Niven, their team name is Brains in the Vat. They are probably arguably top two strongest teams in Perth, with the other strongest team being the Espinosa brothers, or the Spike Bros, Karu and Dipolaroid. Unfortunately, Karu and Dipolaroid don't get to come to a lot of smaller tournaments. We usually only see them at the big ones. So they're up against SEXOR, who are probably top 5 teams in Perth, and recently there's been a lot of doubles grand finals as Karu and Dipolaroid haven't been going, Elise and I haven't been going, and a couple other people who would be up there as far as high-level doubles teams don't enter. So this tends to be the grand finals a lot of the time. Quetz and Niven, they're really at their peak, or I guess no, I shouldn't say they're at their peak, but they definitely are doing exceptionally well at the moment with their doubles meta. SEXOR and KRC, or SEXOR, are definitely needing to improve a couple of things, and that's kind of part of the reason, and one of the things that I will be looking at in this video today is mainly going to be kind of the bits of their play that they are suffering in, or things. I'll try and point out some of the stuff that Quetz and Niven are doing, but it's going to be a lot easier for me to comment on mistakes that they're making. So now, I know when they play against me and Elise, they usually try and 2v1 Elise and box me out. But Niven and Quetz are really good at getting them to fight the 1v1s and forcing them into that situation. It was good there for KRC. He tried to go for the save, but ended not so good there. All was happening quite fast. We'll point this out. You can see it's going to take me a bit of issue. So you can see there, Quetz and Niven just trying to split them up. And then we got right here. I'm pretty sure it's here. So KRC does notice that SEXOR is kind of getting hit off stage. Nope, wrong bit. We've got this. Here we go. So SEXOR gets hit off stage, and KRC does notice and does try and come in to help, but kind of just gets tangled up here. And doesn't really help out. So it was good effort though, definitely something that you need to be doing, but you need to be aware of exactly what you can do to help. Fox does have a lot of things. Drill is probably one of the better options to come in with because it's a really good interrupt. If you miss the hitbox, it's kind of, it's not that big of a deal because obviously it's like a multi-hit move, and being a multi-hit move, it also traps them essentially for a long time, as long as they don't smash DI it, whereas with a Nair or something, they kind of are getting hit away. So if you're looking for a team combo, like Nairs and back airs, really good, but Drill is a really nice interrupt, and that's probably what he should have come down with. Might have beaten the option that Niv chosen. And then he gets kind of caught up here. Luckily doesn't die because he lands on the platform, but then he comes down, mistakenly sees that, because SEXOR had the grab, so kind of was like, oh cool, I'll get to the punish. A bit of misunderstanding, and SEXOR ends up taking an up smash for it. Luckily though, doesn't die, so that's pretty good. You'll see this quite a bit. There's a lot of slight miscommunications between the two teams, like right here where they kind of both try and go for the same option. And these guys have been teaming now for quite a long time. But a lot of the way they play singles is very aggressive, and I think they just kind of get in the way, and then they're still not playing doubles yet. They're still just playing 2 singles. So if you can see here, where we got this right there. That was just a really unfortunate nair there from SEXOR, trying to kind of like, I guess, cover a lot of the stage, but it's actually really unfortunate because if you look at the situation that was left open here, so KRC goes for this back air, and this is where you really see SEXOR suffering in team awareness, because KRC is going for this back air up here, and if SEXOR had been paying attention, he would have been in a perfect spot to set up for a knee. But instead, he just sees an open peach and is not paying attention to what his teammate's doing, and kind of just tries to cover that option. But because KRC slips off there, with that back air there, he gets clipped by the neutral air as well. And see how unfortunate that is? Like that mouth is in hit stun. Would have been a really perfect spot for SEXOR to have just turned around, jumped up and kneed. Hang on, might just slow this down a bit. But yeah, so that was kind of unfortunate. Now, this is also a really, really bad call, especially after SEXOR has sent his teammate off. He's decided after this, oh, like, I've got to go get that Marth that's off stage, whereas that's what he should have been doing 5 seconds ago. Whereas now that like KRC's off stage against a Peach, especially one of Quetz's caliber, SEXOR needs to be trying to save his teammate just by keeping the Peach out. But luckily the Peach misses the edge guard. Now this is a really funny situation to see all 3 of them in shield. This is a common situation that new teams will find themselves in, is both players are shielding, and it's really important to kind of work out amongst yourselves, either in that moment or beforehand, like, who should do what. With a team like Falcon Fox, quite often the Fox should be the one to act out of shield. Just because the Fox has so many better out of shield options than the Falcon. And so it's kind of like, what is the Falcon really going to do to press to get their advantage? So yeah, so in this situation, they both just sit in shield, and it kind of, yeah, it's just a bit of a waste. And then they do end up jumping out, and nothing too bad happens, but they do sit in shield for a bit of time. Definitely something that's just let the Fox kind of do their thing, or work out which one of you in those situations should be the one pressuring out of shield. See, this is another little unfortunate bit. You can see here that's right here, like, KSC just ends up hitting SEXOR, and there's really no reason for it. Like, SEXOR should have had plenty of time to shield unless he missed his L cancel, which he might have. And another thing as well is it was kind of seemed like a strange option for KRC to pick, because to my understanding he had the ledge. Like, unless I guess if he thought Niven was grabbing it down here. Wait, is Niven grabbing it? No, Niven's, yeah, he might have thought that Niven had that. But he was in a position where he could have just taken ledge, and wouldn't be a problem. But he probably just didn't realize that Niven didn't make that back. Another really unfortunate option here. This is something that I see happen a lot with KSC and SEXOR. It's gone back a bit far. Which is basically, in a 2v1 situation, they both just go in. And my personal opinion of these situations is that Fox plays very different in doubles. I mean, it's personally the way that I think he should be played, but other people, obviously, especially if you're playing double Fox, you're going to have different opinions. But Falcon's got a lot of really great aerial kill potential with his knee. And I really feel that the Fox's job in a situation where you are in a 2v1 is kind of to set up for a knee. And depending on the percent here, I would have pretty much either if the Peach is at like a good kill percent, then the Falcon goes in, but if the Peach is at a lower percent, then the Fox goes in and tries to get like a drill to up tilt, so that the Falcon can get the knee, or drill to drill to grab or something like that. But instead, they both go in at the same time. And I mean, really, neither of them were in a position to punish a Peach who had just landed on a platform. I don't really, yeah. So it was a bit unfortunate. So no capitalization on that, but I guess there's not really a lot that Brains in a Vat could have done. So you see this a lot, this 2v1 situation. Now that was really nice. That was a really nice nair by KRC. One of the few. He actually, I'm pretty sure, did hit XOR, but XOR was crash cancelling, so it didn't seem to be a problem. But yeah, that was good. Like hit Niven away and then follow up on the move. So that was really good. Now this is another scenario that you've got this situation here where XOR is just fighting Niven over on the other side of the stage. And really, as soon as you've got, especially floaty characters like Marth and Peach, as soon as you've got one of them in hit stun, you should just be trying to save your pal. And in a stage like Yoshi's, Falcon could just jump from here and try and knee the Peach who's throwing turnips. But instead, just, yeah. I mean, there's probably not a lot that he could have done, but you can kill the Peach. And definitely a lot better to kill the Peach than try and waste your time with a low percent Marth. So, another really unfortunate situation here, where like this is kind of really weird, and KSC is obviously wanting to come down with a move, and at the same time XOR is trying to escape to the top platform to get away from the Peach. Just another situation where their lack of team awareness and aware of where each other is and what they're wanting to be doing is occurring. So KSE definitely should have been paying attention, and like the fact that he was like placing that back air essentially where XOR was like the entire time. Really probably not a good idea. Look, XOR's here, so what? I don't know. But yeah, it's just a bit of lacking of team awareness. So, good knee. Unfortunate follow-up. I would have tried to go for an up smash on the Peach. That was nice. That was really nice. XOR, KSC did the full jump, which allowed for XOR to come in underneath. Really nice. Once again, like in a floaty matchup, if you're playing like double spacey or double fast faller, you should really just be trying to hit people off stage and then 2v1, because your 2v1s should, like, you can get like a 3-hit combo, and Fox can get like a nair to a nair to up tilt to Falcon kneeing or something stupid like that. Like, and on floaties, like that's a really good combo, really secure way to get kill setups. It was good KSC just standing there, kind of guarding the ledge for XOR. I like that. Once again, XOR not doing anything while KSC is recovering. Just decided to fight their 1v1s. And it's like 1v1s can be fine, but I also think that if you're playing two better players than you, which Quetz and Niven are, I mean, it is getting a lot closer with XOR and KSC both taking games off Niven, but Quetz is definitely a stronger player than both KSA and XOR, and if you are in a situation like that, I'd be very careful, especially against a better team than you, tackling the 1v1s. You really want to be capitalizing on the advantages that your team has, which is basically being able to hit hard and keep the floaties out long enough that you can 2v1 the other teamwork. It does require a lot of really good synergy, so maybe that's why they're opting for the 1v1s, but it's kind of like you got to practice it in order to get the practice. See, really unfortunate. Just both just going for options. Yeah. That was an unfortunate up air, but that was just that was just a matter of Niven not realizing that Quetz was being hit into him. It's gonna happen. You just go for a move, and the move's already out, and then your opponent's get like right there, and then your opponent's hitting your teammate into you. That's a good pick up there by KSC to get the up smash. Nice. Doing alright here. Not getting in each other's way too much. The SEXOR should be just trying to save KSC. KSC is getting away with a lot. I'm actually quite surprised that Quetz isn't able to get kills. Maybe I think Quetz is respecting SEXOR and KSC's offstage game too much, and Quetz doesn't want to go too far out there in case he gets edge guarded. But I think Quetz needs to trust Niven, that Niven's going to be able to keep people busy while the edge guard is happening. I've seen this a couple of times throughout this set, or this, yeah, and it's this really weird situations where, I mean, it's fine because KRC is kind of claiming center stage, and this looks good because it looks like he's trying to put pressure on the Peach. I don't know, but there are sometimes where I do just feel like they're not doing too much. I don't know. I feel like that whole situation when Niven is camping ledge, like you need to be going for the Peach, and yeah, they were keeping center stage, but that's a Niven. Whenever Niven's on the ledge, you really want to take advantage of that because he then has to get up off the ledge and come back to you. And Marth doesn't have too many good off the ledge options that are quick, so it's a great way to just make use of that time and just try and get a couple of cheap hits on the Peach. It was good there, KSC. Looked like he was going to jump, but then just short hopped and didn't go for it. Right here, another really good example of just not covering any options really. So right here, and you can argue that KSC is keeping center stage and holding down that. But so you have KSC center stage, the Peach is off stage, and the Marth is down here. Not really. The Marth is on the ledge, not really being able to do a lot. So right here, now Niven's going to plank because that's what he does on the ledge when he's trying to come back. Usually his planks aren't frame perfect, so one thing that I always suggest is just pressure. Especially when he jumps off. Fox is fast enough that you can run and try and shine. Like obviously it's risky because you can get gimped, but if you are confident in yourself that you can do it, even if you don't get the shine, you can usually make it back. But the problem is that they're not covering any options right now. And one of the things that you could be looking at is even if you, just while Niven is planking, the Fox can just re-grab ledge. Also, the Fox could just like, ramen noodle the ledge, forcing Niven to up B. And with SEXOR up here, then Fox can just remain on ledge. The Marth up Bs, he either doesn't get the stage, lands on the stage, and SEXOR can punish with like a fall through platform back air, or lands on the platform and SEXOR can punish with a knee. And all this can be done like while the Peach is off stage. Like if you look at the position that the Peach is in, so he gets so Peach does the fullback. Now right here, that could very much have easily been KSC running down, trying to force Niven into a bad situation to cover the options. But that doesn't happen. And then Niven kind of comes on stage, and they decide to go for Niven, which is an interesting choice because the Peach is about to run out of a float. So that kind of might have been like she's already double jumped and then she's floating. So once she's lost her float, there's not a lot there that you could do. So I don't know, but ends up just up smashing SEXOR and get double Ned or triple Ned. Niven hit all three players. Cool, good on you, Niv. It was nice, very standard 2v1 punish. See, that's the type of things that they need to be going for more often. You see, like, how'd they have this set up? So Peach gets back out of stage, KSC sits there for a little bit and then realizes that SEXOR's gone for the grab. Yeah, there's just all that time that Peach is off stage, floating around, like, you can be 2v1ing the other person. Or at least applying pressure and putting them in a bad situation. So a lot of the times, unless you think that you can get an edge guard real nice and quick, you don't go for edge guards, you go for 2v1s in doubles. Good edge guard. Now, this is another thing that I think a lot of teams need to be doing when there's a Falcon on the opposing team. You can edge guard Falcon and cover his options really quickly. Marth and Peach might have a bit of a difficult time because the Peach is a bit slower, harder to kind of rush to in need of an edge guard. But if you're playing like two decently fast characters, then just get the Falcon off stage and just try and leave the other person and try and get the edge guard, because it's very easy to just quickly hit him off stage. Unfortunate up air there. Let's have a look at this, see what that situation was. See, this is another kind of situation, just team awareness. With SEXOR being, with KRC being in the air up here, there wasn't really much room for him to go other than straight down. Like, he probably could have faded across, but he probably still would have been in any range of any move, especially an up air that he's going to do. So SEXOR should have just given KRC the space. Maybe just tried to throw a back air to keep the Marth out a bit more so that they could focus on the Peach. But SEXOR definitely should have given KRC the space to get back down, seeing as he was in the air without his double jump. Couldn't have done anything. And they just cops a up air and they lose the stock for it. So Niven and Quetz don't make any super good capitalizations, which is quite unfortunate. Niven tries to be a bit swaggy here, but SEXOR showing that he's very proficient at meteor cancelling. Now, see, this is a really, really nice demonstration of a team with good synergy, right? Or at least like understanding of how to play around each other. Especially in a 2v1 situation like this, whereas KRC and SEXOR tend to hit each other a lot and both go for the same things. What you'll see here is, right now, we'll call it priority. Marth has priority on the attack. Now, the two times that priority should be switched between, the couple of times that priority should be switched between the two players in any 2v1 situation is if the current player with priority is passing the opponent to you, or they are setting up for a kill, or they get hit. And that's kind of really it. So right here, you can see right away, like Niven gets hit, so the priority passes to Quetz to be the lead player in this situation. And Quetz immediately runs in and takes lead. And so Niven is now the player without priority, and just waits back. And then you can see the second that Quetz gets hits, Quetz loses priority, and Niven comes in. And that is fantastic teams play right there. That is exactly how you should be handling a 2v1 situation. And you can even do this right there. See, that's really, really nice there. Like, as soon as Quetz was in a bad situation, was getting hit, Niven stopped playing that kind of passive game and took the lead. And that type of synergy is why it is very hard to win against Brains in a Vat, because they do have such a good synergy like that. Those type of plays can also be made when they have two people in the field. And it's quite often how, like, when you're playing and you're keeping the other person out, or you're comboing the other person, it's always good to keep an eye on the other person and think of it like that. Like, is the opponent getting hit? If so, it's my turn to go in and take lead over there. Okay, so the next game goes to Pokemon Stadium. Fox and Falcon, I love this stage as a doubles team. Peach and Marth, not so much. Just mainly because of the kills from the top, and it gives the Falcon and the Fox a bit more space to run around. See, that was really nice there. This is kind of what I'm talking about. That was really nice awareness from KRC here. You can see here that SEXOR gets hit, and KRC is all over here. And he basically puts himself in between Niven and Quetz, so that if he needs to, he can attack Quetz. So he can attack Niven down here, but he can cover SEXOR over here. This is really good. So he sees SEXOR getting hit, and he goes and takes the lead against Quetz. Really awesome. A bit of almost a miscommunication there, where they were almost both going to go for Quetz, and it's actually kind of funny because they both pulled out. So you can see SEXOR went for the full jump and KRC ran away, but that's fine, it works out for them. So this is really nice by by KRC here. I really like doing this, as mainly a lot against Brains in a Vat, because of the fact that it's a double floater. You tend to do this more. So he doesn't really get a lot of it, but a Fox should be trying to do this a lot throughout these matches. You can see he fakes going for quets. It makes the Marth. The idea is to bait the Marth into approaching, or coming in, but then it's like a psych. No, I'm really still keeping my eye on you. I know what you're doing. See, like that, he baits the. He baits that. He didn't get anything. Niven's a very seasoned player, knows not to fall for stuff like this, but it was very nice by KSC. That was nice there, just seeing that Niven wasn't paying attention, was probably paying attention to XOR and going for the follow-up. This is so brutal. It's kind of unfortunate that I didn't get a lot more of that. And Niven probably, I feel like Niven thought that the Falcon was dead, and he was just paying attention. Like, he was kind of just like, oh yeah, let's just pay attention to this Fox. Like, you can see he's like, just chilling. Whereas, in a situation like that, like, even though when I was saying, oh, you should be trying to go for the 2v1s, you shouldn't worry about edge guards. In a clear situation like this, where the Falcon, there's no way he's coming back if you're just holding ledge. And if the Fox is being subdued, the other teammate is being subdued, then that's it. You just grab ledge and you take the stock. There's no need to keep him alive for any longer than they're absolutely necessary. That was actually an interesting choice by Niven, going for the grab right when XOR was there, but they managed to kind of get away with it, so it's alright. Oh, that was so close to being a tipper. Niven plays very passively when Quetz is incapacitated. It's very good. He's very smart at doing it, and tends to protect himself very well. Nice tipper. That was crazy good. It's a bit unfortunate. It was a good roll by XOR. It's a common thing you'll see with players with projectiles as well. Is the one, like you can see here, that Niven is being pressured, and so a player with a projectile will throw a projectile to interrupt. So that was actually really good of XOR to roll past, because it puts Niven in a bad spot now, and you can see that he's already there following up. I thought he was following up with a move. I think he just got a jab. But yeah, that was good. Roll past in a situation like that can be a good option. Now, once again, Niven is going to plank with ledge. The commentators actually talk about it. Whenever Quetz is dead, Niven's going to plank ledge because he's very comfortable there. And I kind of feel that there's a lot of respect there from KSE and XOR. They know how vicious Niven can be at the ledge, and they're just not willing to challenge it. Whereas I think that's kind of like, in a situation like this, they need to get more comfortable and they need to learn how to deal with it. Because like I said earlier, all it takes is for one of them to ramen noodle the edge and the other one to punish the up B on stage. It's pretty straightforward. Whereas they just let him have ledge. And that's just it's not as safe as it should be. But they do make good use of this, whereas they get a lot of stuff. They get, not a lot, but they get their 14% on Quetz before Niven makes it back to the ledge. Or makes it back on stage. Another thing that, like I was talking about earlier, is actually really good they did that. Because if Niven decides to camp ledge, just leave him. Because he's going to have a slow time getting back on stage to join the fray. Good up tilt. That's kind of the thing I was talking about. Like, Fox wants to use a lot of up tilts in this set, in this matchup, because the Falcon should be trying to be there ready for knees. But if not, the Fox can usually get an up air, so it's not too bad. What happened there, because he did get the kill still. But it's things like that you kind of want to know. You want to know your team's limitations and what you're both capable of. Because in a situation like that, it's very easy for the Falcon to think that the up tilt is set up and go for a knee, but the Fox to think that the up tilt's a combo for him and try and go for an up air and then get kneed. And it's where you'll see a lot of teams miscommunicate, because one of them will try and go for a solo combo and the other person thinks it's a setup for a kill. Such a brutal stage, especially when there's 4 players on screen. This transformation, a lot of chaos happens. Oh, that down smash into the turnip, just for that little extra bit of damage. Really nice there by Quetz. As you can see here, KSE and EXOR are kind of getting picked apart a bit in the 1v1s. This is why I think that they need to try and play a bit more of a zoning game, and try and like zone either the Peach or Marth out, and focus on the other one. Marth's a good option because Niven likes to spend a lot of time at the ledge in this matchup, so trying to zone the Marth out and 2v1 the Peach is probably not a bad idea. That was really good idea there by KRC. You can see here he jumped in and then double jumped to cover the option if EXOR did get hit. Unfortunately, that Nair is out for such a long time that he wasn't able to follow up with anything. If it was like a forward air, or if Peach had been facing the other way and it was a back air, probably would have been able to do something, but Quetz just picked a good option. Was able to hit both of them. See, this is another situation where I'd be scared if I was EXOR. I'd be wanting to make sure that my partner's coming back to the stage. Because you can put the Peach in... Because you don't even need to do a lot of moves. You can just dash dance back and forth, like over here. Like near the Peach. And it just puts pressure on the Peach to not go for an edge guard. You don't need to commit, and you don't need to do anything stupidly risky. It's just putting the dash dance pressure. And then if the Peach does try and go for like a down air at the ledge, you can just run up and grab her, or like try and do like a stomp or a knee or something, just to kind of punish her for going for the edge guard. Oh, sorry. That was another situation where Quet's trying to just help out with a turnip, but actually hits Niven. Oh, see, right there, that was totally an up air. I'm actually really upset about that. It looked like he was going for it too. Maybe just not entirely confident. That was nice. That was nice. Really good. Yeah, the KSE and EXOR do have those, just the kind of grab into knee or up smash kills. It's really important to start getting that synergy. They're lucky with Fox and Falcon because they both have really good options out of grab. Here's another time that EXOR... you can see the Fox is off stage and EXOR's just very, very occupied in his 1v1. Like, there was nothing there to challenge the Marth. I'm seeing this actually a lot. I think KRC's got decent awareness, but I think it looks like just from this set, EXOR does need to be paying a bit more attention to when KRC is off stage, because against a Marth or a Peach, like that, it's very easy for the Fox to die. It was really nice there. I kind of would have gone for a down throw. Not down throw, back throw, to get the mix up. Marth can forward smash. So I'll just run through this because it's a bit interesting. Right here, I would Niven does a down throw because it puts the Falcon in front of him, but I kind of felt like a back throw would have been better, because if the Falcon DIs inwards, then Marth can get the forward smash, and potentially get like a good tipper or something. But if it DIs away, then you're DIing towards the Peach, and the Peach can get a follow up. But he does get the Falcon off stage and does get the tipper anyway, so it works out. But just something to think about is like the way that certain throws do work, and how different DIs could potentially set up for follow-ups from your partner. That was unfortunate. Fox rolled away, and the Brains of Devout were just grabbing each other. So you can see right there, like, SEXOR are very gladly just playing the 1v1, whereas Quetz and Niven are doing a really good job of doing the 1v1 when they want, but still saving each other. You can see right here, Niven's in a grab, and Quetz is just over there, and that's hard with Peach, and so unfortunately does hit Niven too, but gets EXOR Like does hit XOR and does stop the combo. So like even though Niven did take a bit of percent from the forward air, the goal was stopped, and that entire time, if you watch this, where are we at? Here you go. Look at this entire time. Look at what KSC is doing. He's got the stage, and I think that this is a very singles mentality. Is that he spends a lot of time owning the center stage. So he does here. And he's just kind of sitting here chilling. He's, yep, I've got center stage. His partner's getting comboed. I've got center stage. His partner's still getting hit. Niven's just over here doing nothing. And yeah, so maybe just something to think about with that there is just try and just, like, the dash dancing around center stage is fine, but try and just, even just running in and just applying mental pressure to the other team. It can help them kind of mess up a bit. Oh, unfortunate. That bounce just puts them straight into the down smash. So this is really nice by Niven. That's a situation that if you... XOR and KSE really should have been capitalizing on the fact that the Peach was off stage. And that looks like that's XOR dead. Share stock? Yep, there's a share stock. So let's see. See, that was good. That was XOR going for the save. The Fox isn't dead because XOR was just applying that pressure. It's really good, and this is really nice that they're just they're not worrying about the math. But see right there, in that situation, the Peach, it looked like they were a bit lost because they hit the Peach away. And then it looks like XOR's thinking, oh, I'll grab ledge, but he's obviously way too high. And then they're both like, okay, that's fine. We'll go after the Peach. They start going after the Peach, and then they're kind of like, hang on. The Peach is way over there, why don't we go for the Marth? And they kind of run back, but then they're just like, yeah. I mean, they did alright because they did put themselves in a situation where they were both edge guarding on either side of the stage. But, oh, that was nice. I'll go for another one. Okay. See, that was yeah, that was just, don't roll on. You just put yourself in danger. Important thing is it's very different to singles, but if you're at the ledge, so this is really nice. Gets him off stage. Now, if you're at the ledge, then you just stay ledge and you refresh. And in this matchup, Fox stays ledge because he can refresh easier than Falcon can due to his Firefox stall. I mean, the Falcon can just like plank, and so that's not too bad. But I mean, this didn't work anyway because of the umbrella. But Fox rolls up, so even if the Falcon had tried to go for a knee, it's possible that he would have gotten in the way of the or the Fox would have gotten in the way and got hit. So just like better to stay on ledge and let your teammate punish the on stage option. See, once again, XL is not really paying attention to KSE getting edge guarded. KSE lives, but so I mean, you know what? I mean, kind of bagging XOR this whole time, but it's quite possible that XOR does just have a lot of faith in KSE's ability to recover, and if so, that's good. And KSE is proving that he can do. He is living a lot. There have been situations where XOR definitely could have saved him. And so maybe XOR is just like, you know, I have confidence that my teammate can live, so I'm just going to let him do it. But me personally, I would be always trying to save my teammate. That was nice. This is good. This is what I want to see. See, because like KSE has lead right now, and then the second that he loses priority, XOR's in there, but he only gets the first hit now, whereas that should have been a knee. Or something, just to put the Marth a bit further away. And then it's a lot of these situations. You can see right here. Whereas XOR and KSE, they get confused as to who has priority in the offense. And they both go for it. And then they kind of just kind of lose neutral. So you can see here that XOR has priority. Now KSE should not have been floating over there. Like when you're in this 2v1 situation, you really need to make sure that you are there, like right there behind your partner. You obviously give them some space, but with KRC being all the way over here, yeah, as soon as XOR loses priority, KRC can't really take it, which is kind of unfortunate for them. And KRC loses this stock. Now, in my opinion, this is the most stressful situation I have ever been in a team situation, is when you were in a 2v1 and now you are suddenly in a 1v1 and you are potentially going to lose even though you had a clear 2v1 advantage. I get very flustered doing this and I don't perform very well. So it's interesting to see how XOR and Niven both play in these respective situations, because that's really nice dash dancing there by XOR. Really nice there. Gets that really meaty hit. And yeah, this is probably a dead... Oh no, way too early with that. But the tech... No tech. Another down tilt, which is just going to wreck Falcon off stage. And that is it. Get up attack. Really nice there. Good stuff by Quetz and Niven keeping his composure at the end. So yeah, there wasn't a lot of stuff I wanted to kind of talk about, like some things like stalling and juggling and kind of team combos outside of 2v1s, and saves, and I talked about saves a bit. But in that particular matchup, it didn't happen a lot. I find that those type of things happen a bit more from the floaty side. Like if you do have like a Fox Peach or a Sheik Peach against fast fallers, that's where a lot of that comes into play. But yeah, it was still good to talk about it. It does look like the SEXOR have made strides since